hampered CHP's plans to be able to bring it to an end. So we'll see if that happens here. And then the other part is, wow, lots of sparks.
Oh, look at all these sparks.
Almost fire, Des, or is that just sparks?
I was about to say, is it fire under?
Yeah. Well, we'll see. Maybe if we can work it to the other side. I think the passenger side is down to the caliper as well. I mean, this is going to catch fire. You can see. Look how hot this is glowing now.
Like it is.
This vehicle is going to catch fire, and I mean, this suspect is literally jeopardizing their life now. Just continuing this madness. This is starting to get pretty scary.
And Des, that right side looks like it looks like it may be already on fire. On the right side, it looks pretty bright over there.
Yeah, we're working our way over to the passenger side right now to look at that. It is, you're right, a lot more than just sparks coming off. So now CHP is probably going to want to keep their distance on this one. As I mean, look at how hot that is glowing on that side. That is wild.
This really is so surreal. It's almost like a movie. Like this was almost done on purpose. This is. I mean, when I say on purpose, I mean with crews and pyrotechnics. This is just unbelievable. And yes, and this person has got to see and feel now what's happening, I would imagine. So, Desmond, you were talking about how we have seen people with issues. That might certainly be the case here because they don't seem to be, they're not trying to stop. It doesn't look like it. And it's got to be just.
Oh, he's going to catch the embankment on fire. Oh boy. They're going to catch the, it stopped, but he stopped right on the right hand shoulder now, and he's out and running on the embankment now. So finally out of the vehicle, at least the pursuit is over, and the suspect safely out of the vehicle now. So now see if they're going to probably try to hop this wall, but this is a pretty tall wall right here. So CHP is going to follow him up this kind of wooded embankment right here in Rancho Cucamonga on the border of Ontario. We'll try to come around to the over the freeway once we get a chance. But look at that semi engulfed in flames.
Desmond, this looks like a pretty steep drop too. I'm looking here if he's tries to get over this wall.
Well, they're right behind him.
There we go. They just got over the fence right there and took kind of a fall, just running on adrenaline right now. But they're going to catch up to this guy. Is he out on Hermosa Avenue? You can see, I believe that's the spotlight from San Bernardino County Sheriff's Deputies helicopter, 40 King that has joined. Oh boy, running up to
a home
into someone's. Right here off of Hermosa Avenue, just south of the 210 into this apartment complex. Looks like they are pretty winded. So hopefully we get some officers in here and bring this madness to an end.
Well, if they had K9s, this would be a great time to use it, wouldn't it?
Yeah, they're talking about, they've got one. They're talking about getting it up there and getting it released. The problem is someone's got to push that K9 over the wall that the suspect jumped. It did look like are those flashlights running up behind him? It seems like they may be close.
Close, yeah. Yeah, because he's taking back off now. So,
Desmond, what do you see?
Well, we're just have to cede this airspace to the authorities. There we go, out of the parking lot. You can see the smoke coming from that semi. Just widen out and see if we can see both. Oh, looks like they were trying to maybe carjack another vehicle there. They're going to have him here in just a moment. They're getting ready to surround the suspect. It seems like it would have been a great opportunity for the K9 right there. But coming around, but there's going to be another officer is probably going to meet him here on the other side of this driveway, just trying to catch up to this guy still out here running. We saw it looked like they were trying to get into vehicles. They've got that. They've got a taser trained on this guy, right behind the house there. They're going to get him into custody right here. It looks like right behind this condo complex.
Wow. Yeah, we can see a struggle. Looks like they do have him, Desmond. I certainly would like to know once we find out just, what is happening with that truck.
Right, and the fire there on the side.
Let's go ahead and widen out. Yeah, we'll widen out and find that truck for you here. So that is just off of Hermosa Avenue, this area that we're talking about. Now the suspect is in custody. Let's take a look at what is left over of this big rig, and I'm sure the owner of this truck is just besides themselves right now. I really hope that they have good insurance, because this is obviously going to be a total loss, and this is someone's livelihood now that just went up in flames because some suspect, for whatever reason, decided they needed to go on a marathon pursuit and take it as far as it could physically go before the truck burst into flames, coming from Bakersfield and ending in Rancho Cucamonga.
Truly, and then jumping over that wall there, possibly also taking his life into account, because he could have fell the wrong way.
Ooh.
And that would have been something different. Mike, what do you see?
No, it looked like there was a little pop out of that.
Yeah, it was probably just hit the fuel tank, I imagine.
Yeah. Desmond, it seemed like that the officer may have tased that suspect just as he was turning that corner, and that might be how they got him to stop right there.
Yeah, I think they were just about caught up with the suspect, and at that point you could see that they had the taser ready. I imagine that they deployed it right there just to bring it to a conclusion without any further incident. That person is in custody. Obviously, now we're focused, though, on the vehicle and just, how serious this fire is going to get. Now this is getting a whole other agency involved, obviously, with the fire department. So we should see them arriving within the next couple of minutes, and, they should be able to get that out. Fortunately, it doesn't look like it's spread too much to the embankment. We don't have any wind blowing out here, but a extremely hot fire here on the 210 freeway just before Haven Avenue.
And actually, too, guys, it's maybe even fortunate that we had some rain, so it's not as dry as it would have been, because it wouldn't take much.
Right. I was just thinking about that. If that semi, if he had pulled over just a little bit further or something, we would have seen that whole hillside take off with all of that, and that is a lot of vegetation that's right there.
Well, we certainly didn't expect this. Even when when we first saw sparks, we kind of figured, well, they've got to know that they're in a pickle here, and that they're hearing all the noise and seeing the sparks, that they're going to slow down or stop eventually. But this guy really took it, what's that song, taking it to the limit. He really did here.
And
no question.
And Mike, you talked about this with the last pursuit involving a semi-truck, that this very well could happen.
Right, and that's exactly what happened the last time. And, when you get the metal on the road like that, it just creates so much friction, that creates so many sparks, and those sparks can just catch something really quick. And, you got to give the truck a little bit of credit. I mean, it was sparking for a long time before it finally, gave up and burst into flames here. And you just feel for it. It looks like now that there's some light on it, Ulysses, is that what I see on the door there, Des? Of whoever owns this this truck or this trucking company? Yeah, it looks like Ulysses. So, that company.
And I believe it does. Yeah. Well, it looks like it says Bakersfield, California on the door, as well, as we really zoom in here. Yeah, Ulysses G, Bakersfield, California, and then the looks like the license number there just below it. So just well, the worst kind of night for the owner of this truck, who's already been through so much stress in all of this, and now watching this unfold on Southern California television. Like I said,
U.S. Department of Transportation license.
All right, well, thanks for that information, Mike. We're going to show a replay of how this all unfolded. You see the suspect on the right side of your screen. The truck catches on fire. The suspect is out and running into the hillside there. It's pretty dark, but you will see him eventually coming to a drop-off, a pretty significant drop-off, there he is, and he is going to make it. He's going to go over that wall there and end up on the street and just really continue to run for quite some time. And must say again that the neighbors in the area, because we did see this suspect try to get into, well, it's certainly an apartment complex or some homes there. I mean, they have to be...
There's the fire department.
Interrupted from their sleep. Yeah, the fire department has just arrived. But as you can see there with that picture, he's still running well before officers catch up to him. But again, if you're a neighbor, a resident there, if you were asleep, you aren't anymore.
Especially if you live in, this particular complex, or even that unit or whatever that he when he went under the awning and then goes around this building, and it's,
but
those
you're hearing
officers,
all the noise,
right?
You got helicopters overhead.
Yeah.
This truck is on fire. Probably heard the screeching tires. And to think, you could probably see the light from the flames and thinking, what in the world is going on at midnight in my neighborhood here?
Yeah, definitely the smoke. Mike, in these situations, and you talk about strategy, once the fire department gets on scene.
Right. Yeah, the fire department actually, the reason it took them so long is they had to come up wrong way on the freeway because of the traffic and trying to maneuver through that. Now, in theory, this would just be a straight water situation. They'll be able to get some water on it and hopefully put it out. If it's stubborn, they may have to use foam, depending on if there's fuel burning or what have you, especially since you're near an engine compartment. But you see I believe that's Ontario Fire, or Rancho Cucamonga Fire, I think maybe San Bernardino County, that contracts with Rancho Cucamonga there. But they're on scene now, and they're getting these lines out from the engine here to hopefully get some water on that, and hopefully this is done and over soon. And as we mentioned, though, unfortunately, that truck is going to be an absolute complete loss. And, whoever was driving this is stuck on the side of the road in Kern County somewhere, after their truck got stolen.
And if they're watching this, then they see what's happened.
Right.
And that just got to be really
the other thing our producer
heartbreaking for them.
Right. The other thing our producer just pointed out is when you have semi-fires like this, when it is completely destroyed like this, a lot of the material begins to stick to the freeway, and it takes them much, much longer to be able to clean up the freeway and get this semi-truck off. We've seen them on the 5 freeway, Des, right in the Grapevine, where it takes them hours and hours to clean up semi-fires.
And tell us again,
Mike.
Yeah,
absolutely.
Oh, the freeway, Des, where are we again?
We're on the 210 near the Haven exit on this eastbound 210. So
okay.
The Rancho Cucamonga area, not too far away from Interstate 15. Fortunately, for LA drivers, this is happening, into the overnight hours, and this hopefully, won't be affecting the morning commute at all. It's also on the eastbound side, and all the morning traffic is on the westbound side. So at least, there is that modicum of good news for LA drivers, worried about how this could affect the morning drive.
And, I mentioned that, Desmond, because we want to make sure our viewers tune in at 4 a.m. to KCAL News, and certainly pay attention to the traffic reports. But we were just wondering if some of that material left from that truck could still be on the road. Even in just a few hours from now, if it could be burned into the cement. I guess we'll have to find that out maybe momentarily here.
Yeah, sometimes with these situations, they actually need to get some Caltrans engineers to come out and actually, inspect the concrete to make sure that it didn't suffer any kind of severe damage. So, it is possible that this could be here into the 5 or 6 a.m. hour. They're not even going to begin to clean this up for a while, and CHP is going to be conducting their investigation, as soon as the fire is out as well. So, this certainly could be something that could be a morning signaler. We will see how that plays out on KCAL Morning News.
Yeah, this chase with the semi-truck coming to a fiery end, but finally over.
That's right. Well, Desmond Shaw, great job as usual up there. Mike Rogers, Chauncey Glover. We want to thank our viewers for staying with us through this pursuit. We started on Channel 2 and ended up on Channel 9. We're going to bid you all a good night, return you to regular programming, but make sure you tune in to KCAL News Mornings beginning at 4 a.m. for the latest on this incident and, of course, on the traffic situation. All right, we'll hope to see you tomorrow.